Leeds are back in the Premier League. Come on! Leeds have just been promoted to the Premier League after the game that we just did. We've just done a marathon stream, 4 hours and 46 minutes it was, the stream. Wow. Leeds are promoted back to the Premier League, as are Burnley, as they've just defeated Sheffield United 2-1. If you're not in the live streams every week, you need to get to know, because we are there every week in, week out, doing the live stream, doing the live watch along, celebrating every moment, every tackle, every shot, every goal. Leeds United are back in the Premier League. Thanks a lot to Burnley, and especially Josh Brownhill. This one goes out to you personally. Thanks for scoring 2 goals and knocking Sheffield United down a peg or two, because you are now Premier League and so are Leeds United. Look, this is kind of a match reaction to both matches and etc. Leeds won 6-0. How often do you actually see Leeds go into a game where you think we've got to win this? We really have to win this game. It's a massive one. And then go and win 6-0. It's ridiculous. Leeds went out there and Peru had scored a hat-trick in 20 minutes. It's almost the quickest hat-trick in the EFL history. James Beattie apparently scored a quicker one for Sheffield United, only by about a minute or so. But Leeds United won 6-0. 4 goals from Joel Peru, 4 goals from him, 1 goal from Wilfred Gnonto, 1 goal from Junior Firpo, and Leeds are back in the Premier League. We couldn't have done it in more an emphatic style. The fact that we went out there and we didn't go, oh, let's maybe try and get one ahead and then back off. We basically just killed them from the start. Let's just say this. Stoke City were absolutely dire. They were really bad, like really, really poor. But Leeds United still had to go out there and win the game. Still had to go out there and put in a performance. And let me tell you, by Jove, we did it. It was an unreal performance. Everybody, down to a man, played really, really well in that game. Yeah, I'm not going to call out anyone because there's 1 or 2 where you could go, maybe didn't have the best game, but we will leave that because we're being positive vibes, aren't we? It's not necessarily about analysing and critiquing, because we won 6-0 and we got promoted back to the Premier League. Next season, we will be playing back in the top flight again. So, in terms of the actual game then, Leeds pressed from the start, like I said. Stoke could not deal with our press at all. The way that we came forward with the ball, the way that we pressed them and stopped them, every time that they tried to play out from the back, we would just be on them like that. And we were able to score our goals. And do you know what? Honestly, because there was so many goals in that game, I'm just going to have to make sure I have a look at SofaScore to see where they were scored from, to see if it can help me remember what the actual goals were, because it was that, like, chaotic, essentially. Let's have a look. Leeds United, who are now officially going to be a Premier League team next season, which is unreal. Leeds United, where we go. Let's find the game. Oh, yeah, 6-0. It'll be that one. Full screen view. Let's have a look at Joel Peru match shot map. Yeah, there was one where he was at the back post and he just tapped it in. Where are the goals? Let's have a little look. Look, Joel Peru had an unbelievable game. Everything that came to him, he put it in the back of the net, and he really, really took his chances when they came to him, and that's exactly what you need from him. He was so clinical with his goals. He really was. Let's have a look. So the goal in the 6th minute was the one that he put in the bottom corner past the goalkeeper. Good finish. And look, Leeds were unbelievable in this game. We really were. I think the way that Peru was just always in the right place at the right time to finish those goals was really good. Leeds United versus Stoke highlights. We're trying to find the goals because honestly, there was that many goals in this game that it's hard to actually remember exactly what they were. Let's have a look here. We've got the highlights up. We'll make sure that we mute that though. But in general, Farke has such a kind of cool demeanour in these games, and the fact that we went out and did what we did is unbelievable. The fact that we were able to do that under such pressure. So the first goal, yeah, Gnonto picks the ball up, gives it to Solomon inside to Piru, and Piru just first time hooks it into the bottom corner. And again, that came from that pressing, the ability to just take the ball off them when they were trying to play out from the back. They were completely making a rod for their own back, trying to play out from the back like that. Chamadou fell over the ball, and then Wilson Esbrand gave it to Nonto, straight to Solomon, straight to Piru, goal again. Another assist for Solomon, another goal for Piru. Again, the second goal, Bogle was the one who cut inside after winning the ball back from another attempt to play out from the back, played it to Piru in the box, and he just slotted it under the goalkeeper. That one, I think the goalkeeper was like... Piru gave him the eyes because I think he was going to try to dive to the opposite side, the far corner, and then Piru put it in the near corner, and the goalkeeper kind of like fell, you know, when they like fall to one knee on one side and then try to dive the other way, and he really didn't manage to. The third goal was the one where Nonto had a shot, it bounced up, and then Piru at the back post just hit it into the roof of the net. Very similar to Josh Brownhill's goal, to be honest, against Sheffield United in their game. Piru at the far post just blasting it into the roof of the net. That was 19 minutes in, he'd scored 3 goals. So unbelievable. I just keep seeing, like, every time I look at my phone, is Leeds posting "We are Premier League." We're back. We are back. Bogle the third one, fourth one, Bogle cuts it across the box after absolutely skimming Wilson Esbrand, who got taken off at half time because he was doing that badly. Played it right across the box, and then Junior Firpo actually used his kneecap to put it in the top corner. So again, kind of a really good finish in the end, accidentally. And then Piru again scored another one when Bogle did really well, got through on goal, hit the post, bounced back out again to Joel Piru. It hit him in the face, then came back to his foot, and then he just slotted it in the bottom corner anyway. And then the last goal was when we made it 6-0 in the second half. Solomon cuts inside, crosses it to the back post. Nonto, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, just heads it past him. Like, you couldn't ask for a better performance and a better victory. I just think that we absolutely destroyed them. We completely smashed them. And look, Leeds are Premier League. Leeds are back in the Premier League. Performance-wise, Darlow, very solid. Didn't really put a foot wrong. Let's have a look at the lineup then, where we are. So Firpo and Bogle, again, 8.1 rating and 8.5 rating, both flying up the pitch, getting the ball into the box, getting themselves into the box as well, scoring goals, hitting the post, getting assists, getting into those half spaces. They did so well. It's exactly what Farke wants from his fullbacks. Ampadu and Rodon, again, really solid in those defensive roles. Tanaka and Gruav, again, very solid game, just holding the ball in midfield. So well, keeping possession. You had Solomon and Nonto, who both did well on the wings. Aronson wasn't fantastic, but didn't really need to be. Joel Piru got a 10 out of 10 apparently on SofaScore, with 4 goals, which, I mean, yeah, he's going to be my man of the match, isn't he? He absolutely smashed it in this game. Substitutions that came on, Ramazani, Bamford, Schmidt, Byram and Gray. None of them particularly managed to do much when they did come on, but it was nice to see Harry Gray, and you saw Gilavogi and a few of the other bench players pushing Harry Gray to the crowd at the end, and he was doing the old dance whilst I Predict a Riot was on. So look, perfect day. Perfect day, because Burnley, as you can see above me, then went and beat Sheffield United 2-1. And Leeds are back in the Premier League. Unbelievable. Smash that like button. Just, yeah. Make sure you hit that big red button as well down below, because Leeds are Premier League, and next season we'll be making Premier League content around Leeds United. There'll be so many transfers to talk about, so many tactics videos to make. There'll just be so much to stick around for. So make sure you hit that big red sub button. Make sure you like the videos. Make sure you join me for my next stream, and make sure you go ahead and check out leedscreatorcup.com to get your tickets now for the Leeds Content Creators Charity Match on the 20th of July at the John Charles Centre for Sport, all in aid of Prostate Cancer UK. Thanks for watching Leeds Lately. Leeds are... never swear on this channel. Leeds are Premier League. Come on! I nearly slipped there.